Hello trainers, it's me, Leslie, the Poke Dude. Today I'll be teaching you how to get started in playing the Pokemon trading card game online. Okay, so to start the game, you will want to play the tutorial first. Okay, so how do we navigate that? We just go under this button here, which looks like a play button, and you go to tutorial. And as you can see from the bottom of the screen, by playing through the tutorial, you can win about like 250 coins, if I did my mathematics right. And towards the end, you get to have a chance, or not even have a chance, you're guaranteed to win some sort of a V card or maybe a GX card. And these cards are very powerful. So playing the tutorial is very worth it. So not only can you learn how to play the game, get free tokens or coins, some people call them, but you also get a really powerful card. The tokens will be discussed later on and the significance behind the tokens, but usually the amount of tokens are shown in the top right corner, as you can see from my cursor, which basically states in my screen that says 1114. Okay, so once you finish the tutorial, you can move on to even better things. The better thing is the trainer challenge. So let's head on to trainer challenge. And usually when you first head on to trainer challenge, you're given 3 decks. So you're given the Crushing Currents, the Born of Fire, and the Hidden Depths. And these 3 decks are usually what's given to you as a default. And basically every account has those decks. And the reason why you're given these 3 decks is so that you have something to play with when playing against these so-called trainer challenge opponents. I highly recommend playing with Crushing Currents from my experience, because it's the best deck to play with, the most powerful. But it also has like a lot of it teaches you a lot of basic skills in how to play the game. So it also exercises a lot of ideas that came from the previous tutorial section. Okay, so if you want to play a game, you just have to press on all these trainers and press pray. After pressing your the deck that you want to use. Okay, so that's good. And now notice that there is like multiple levels of players. So it goes from gold, platinum to city championships. It gets harder as you descend from the list. And the best thing about playing trainer challenges is also you can earn a lot of coins or tokens, and these tokens can be used later on to buy more theme decks. And as you can probably see already, I already have a lot of I accumulated a lot of theme decks from the past. So I got like Gears of Fires, Sky Guardians, etc, etc. These theme decks are really strong, and they are usually there's usually a real life component to these theme decks, as in you can buy these theme decks in the real world, and they are actually the exact same copy digitally. So it's really awesome. So at this point, you may ask yourself, what's the point of these trainer coins or tokens? Really, there's only one short answer. Is to buy more theme decks within the game. And to be honest, buying the theme decks is the most optimum way of using these coins at the beginning of the game. Most people will fall into the trap, or most trainers will fall into the trap that, oh, we're going to use all these coins to buy booster packs. But to be honest, buying booster packs aren't that very effective, because booster packs requires a lot of luck to pull some good stuff, and it doesn't really set you up with getting a very solid deck at the beginning to compete with other people, but also just playing the whole game in itself. And in fact, if you were to be in the trainer challenge, you can see that if you were to beat, for example, this guy called Mick 4 times, you can win a booster pack just by doing that. And also within the process of beating Mick, you would have achieved or acquire some trainer coins or trainer tokens. So essentially, there really isn't an incentive to buy booster packs initially with your trainer coins. Okay, so let's just go more in depth about how you can get trainer coins. Well, obviously the first way is to play through the trainer challenge. Yep. And the other way is actually, let's go back to the beginning of, or the front page of the game. You can see this little box here towards the bottom right, so you click on it. And you can acquire a little bit of a trainer token just by playing the game or just logging in the game, but you didn't get that many tokens. But, you know, it's still something. And towards the end, maybe towards the day 5 of logging in, you can get like a booster pack, a non-tradable booster pack. Note that these, you know, these prizes that's accumulated, you don't have to consecutively log in. Okay, so you can still acquire them if you logged in like maybe 5 days from the first day. Okay, cool. So another way to obtain trainer tokens or coins is through playing the versus ladder. So I'm going to show you how to go to the versus ladder. So you want to go to play, you know, the play button, and go to that little thunderbolt sign that says versus. And as you can see, when you're in the versus ladder, it's kind of complicated. Right? There's like so much things going on, but let's just dissect it a little bit. As a beginner, you'll probably want to play in the theme deck section for the versus ladder, because at this moment you have many theme decks, or you should have accumulated at least a few theme decks. Okay, so you can see that I have already these 3 that was already given to me, but you want to stick with theme decks because at this point you do not have a standard, expanded, or legacy deck, and hence you want to stick with theme decks. And if you were to stick with a theme deck, I'll just choose one randomly. Let's say Match Strike. And once you selected your theme deck, you only have to select it once, and you can press play afterwards to play other people that are actually playing the game. So you're not playing against NPC anymore. And the best thing about playing the versus mode is that whenever you win, or even sometimes when you lose, you get to basically climb this so-called versus ladder, which allows you to basically acquire tokens, treasure chests, tickets, as well as some free booster packs. Oop. And also a card, a very powerful V card usually. So Ice Rider Calyrex V, very powerful. And once you've done with this so-called ladder, you also get to move on to the second part of the ladder, or the second third of the ladder. So it allows you to, you know, get more coins, get more items, etc. And you get to have a really strong VMAX card as well. So in this case, Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, very powerful card. And towards the end, it's pretty much kind of very similar. But towards the end of this ladder, which is the very end, which is the third part of the ladder, you get to win a full art trainer card. So it looks really nice. But yeah, so you basically get to win a lot of trainer coins, or trainer tokens or coins, just by playing the ladder. And one more thing, you can also win trainer coins just by playing the game. Furthermore, by playing the ladder itself and by winning, you can actually get daily versus rewards, and these daily versus reward is filled with trainer coins or trainer tokens, as you can see. So if you win one game, you get like a little gift box, and usually they contain like some sort of trainer token, maybe sometimes a booster packs, or sometimes even some trainer tickets, etc. But after 12 wins on that specific day, you will only get 5 tokens after that 12 wins. Okay. And this so-called daily versus rewards will reset every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So once you got some trainer tokens or coins, you can head to the shop to spend some of your well-earned tokens. And like I mentioned before, usually at the beginning of the game, you want to just spend your tokens on decks. So let's just go to the deck section. Most of these decks, in fact all of these decks that are displayed over here, can be bought in real life. So they can be bought from like a toy store, maybe like EB Games, or maybe in Myers, Kmart, etc. When you acquire these decks in real life, usually it comes with a code, and this code can be redeemed online, so they can also have a digital copy of it. Okay, so let's go through some of these more popular theme decks that people usually use to climb the versus ladder. And the reason why they use these more popular theme decks is because they are a little bit more powerful than the rest. Usually these theme decks are, similar in power levels, but these are some of the ones that I will recommend you to get. The first one is the Vivid Voltage one. Well, it's called Sword and Shield series Charizard theme deck, and it comes from the Vivid Voltage series. It's a very powerful one because when you use the card Leon with Charizard, they have a very good synergy behind them. Another one that's a more recent one is called this one. So this one's called Soaring Storm, which is also another theme deck that's based on Dragonite, and Dragonite just hits really hard, so it's very awesome. Another one is also Entei, the Entei theme deck, which is called Blazing Volcano. And the reason why this theme deck is really good and really nice is because it's really fast, and Entei is a basic Pokemon, so it sets up really quickly. And the last one I will highly recommend is Match Strike, which is the one with Cynthia and Garchomp. And like the Leon or Charizard theme deck, Cynthia and Garchomp has a really good synergy between the two. So if you play Cynthia, Garchomp can hit more damage than it usually do, and Cynthia is also a very powerful support card. So I highly recommend this theme deck as well.